to banish Bill forever. And not using a memory gun. No, he's using his own career. But to understand how, we first have to talk about what was probably the single biggest mystery of this entire show, the Bill Cipher Zodiac. Watching the series, this thing was everywhere. It is teased in literally every episode. By the end of the series, they've set this thing up as a prophecy explaining the one true way to banish Bill Cipher once and for all. It is by fulfilling the symbols all around this zodiac. Each symbol aligns with a certain character, 10 in total, and they have to team up to defeat Bill once and for all during Weirdmageddon. And yet in the end, this zodiac, it doesn't pay off. After all the buildup and the teases, the zodiac doesn't actually work because Ford and Stan refuse to hold hands.
Stanley, get over here. You're the only one left.
Between me and him, I'm not always the bad twin.
Between him and me. Grammar, Stanley.
Oh, Grammar Stanley, you!
So basically, Alex Hirsch creates this huge thing, sets up this massive Chekhov's gun, and it never gets used. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love the way that this show ends, but it always felt odd to me that this zodiac just wound up being a massive misdirect. Now though, I think I finally understand. While I was putting together this episode, I began to realize more and more that these symbols looked familiar. Not because they were in Gravity Falls, but because they correspond with other projects that Alex Hirsch has worked on over the years. The six-fingered handprint, it's obviously referencing Gravity Falls itself, but the shooting star, for instance, well, that lines up perfectly with Kid Cosmic, a show about a kid who gets superpowers from cosmic stones of power crash landing near his house. Hirsch worked as a writer on 2 of the stories for that series. The question mark? Well, that could point to a few of Hirsch's projects, but the one that it most perfectly slots in with is the conspiracy comedy show Inside Job, which Hirsch co-produced, wrote for, and acted in. Then of course you have the Pentagram, which seems fitting for Hirsch's work on The Owl House, a story all about witches and demons. He not only worked as a creative consultant for that series, but he also voiced Hootie and King, the self-proclaimed king of demons. Speaking of his work as a creative consultant, the glasses, they look a lot like the signature eyewear worn by the Mitchell family in Netflix's Mitchells vs. the Machines, a film where Hirsch was a story consultant and voiced the character of Dirk. What about Dipper's iconic tree symbol? Well, I believe that this lines up with yet